Why do most businesses fail? Why do we hear often on in the news that so and so startup shut down its business within the first year or second year of its operation? And why do statistics so promisingly state that more than 75% of startups will fail in first 2 years of their launch, and very few of them would actually make in the longer run? Don't you want to know the reason behind failure in businesses? With the ever-growing market for startups and with the ever-growing will among the people to start their own businesses, don't you want to know those particular things that business owners can avoid in order to gain success in their business and in order to avoid failure? All right. So hi, my name is Aanchal Joshi. I'm a brand consultant, and today I will talk about specifically why businesses fail and what could you do to save your business from failing, and what precautions could you probably take in order to, have a successful startup, right? Before we dive into the topic, I would gently request you to please subscribe to my channel so that you never miss an episode from my channel and all the upcoming updates keep coming to you. Thank you so much. I hope you have subscribed to my channel. Thank you for subscribing. Diving into the topic right now. Now, a lot of people, I'm sure, you have heard a lot of people saying that a lot of businesses fail due to the lack of finances. Let me take that one off the rack first of all, because if finance or the lack of money was the actual problem of businesses failing, we would never have heard any rags to riches story ever. And if one person can do it, then the other people can do it too. The thing that we need to note here is that why do some people are successful in businesses while other people are not? Why do some companies flourish and the others don't? And I have divided the answer to this question in a few pointers, and here they are. So the first and foremost reason behind businesses failing is the lack or inability of business owners to understand their target market. Most often than not, businesses fail to understand their target market. They don't know where do they have to sell. In most scenarios, you will see companies push selling, selling their product to everybody and anybody who could probably use that product. But that's not how you put your product out there. Let me explain this to you with an example. Now, there must be crores of people across the globe who use perfumes. But not every perfume company can market to everybody. Every perfume company has a different target market. Some companies are selling to, some companies probably make fast-moving products, or products that, or perfumes that are usable for teenagers, quick to use and throw, and very, very loosely priced, very cheap in pricing, so that anybody could buy. Other companies might be selling to a very particular niche of audience who love their fragrances, who have a very acute sense of fragrance, and probably who are overpriced, right? Or highly priced, not overpriced, but highly priced. So every perfume company cannot sell to everybody. Every customer's demand when it comes to perfumes is different. Every customer's need and requirement is different, and every customer is using perfume for a different reason altogether and for a different place to wear it, right? So in the same manner, every business owner has to find its right target market, its market to sell the product. If you're in the wrong market, trust me, however you much push your product, you will not be able to become successful. So it becomes very important that you find the right fit for your product, the right market for your product, and promote your product accordingly. Now this brings me to the second part of the answer, why do most businesses fail? And this is the inability, the second reason is the inability of business owners or companies in understanding their own audience. Now many a times people do not understand their own audience, right? Unless and until you understand what your audience actually expects from a product, what are the problems attached to that particular industry or that particular product that audience wants to solve, or your target market wants to solve. If you don't study that, how would you be able to give them the perfect product, right? So in order to understand this, take your product as a problem solver. Take your product as a solution to an existing problem in the market. When you think of it as a solution, you would want to build this solution in the most perfect manner, and this will help you to reach out to your audience in a better manner. For example, just take lenses. Now a lot of people wear glasses, a lot of people have an eyesight problem and they wear glasses, but off late and for a really long time, we all have heard this and read this, that glasses are boring. Nobody wants to wear a glass. They have to because of the vision problems. Now how can people make glasses interesting, right? Or what is the problem that the audience might face with the glasses? They might feel bored of what they wear because they have to wear it regularly. That is an external piece of wearable, something which is boring. They might feel that they might look nerdy or boring after wearing glasses, and this is something which researchers also show, that people who wear glasses have a different perception of them, right? So for example, Lenskart probably would have a company like Lenskart would have read it and then come up with this campaign that they run. They have tried to make the glasses look cool. They have always promoted that glasses can be of all shapes and different colors, and the frames can come in different colors. You can click and choose your options, and this might have made their consumers more aware about this product, and they might have liked more and understood more, because Lenskart actually brought the product closer to people's heart, to the user's heart. In the same scenario, you can take your product, understand what the equation of the audience is with the product, and then create a product that solves the problem on different levels, and it becomes easy for the audience to relate with the product that you are selling. In this scenario, you will not even have to push sell. People would love to buy your product, or at least want to know more about your product, because now you understand their product, right? So with this, I come to the last part of the answer as to why businesses fail, and the last part is communicating with your audience. Now with thousands and lakhs probably tools out there in the market to communicate with your audience, I know it becomes very confusing. There's so many social media channels, there's so many digital media handles or methods to communicate to your market. There's so much clutter in terms of just advertising or tools for advertising. There's so many tools for advertising that business owners become confused. Now that you have a clear description of who your market is, what your market wants, and how you can promote your product, or what you can say to bring your market closer to your product, the third and the most important thing is communicating to them with the right tool. Read your audience, understand who they are, what they read, what places your market would probably visit, what kind of places your market would probably visit, what kind of things they would like to watch on the internet, and market accordingly. If you're not selling to a younger generation, or to or if your product does not relate to something which is very beautiful looking to the eye, or which is not something that goes down in the beauty or fashion or related industry, then probably you don't need Instagram. Probably you need some other channel to reach out to your market. Probably it is not the print ad that is the answer to your questions or your communications tool. Probably the kind of market that you are selling goes to very specific clubs, and probably you can advertise your product there and use the best communication tool or communication line to reach out to your market, right? So now that you know your market, please use your promotional advertising tools in the best manner possible and reach out to your right audience. And trust me, once you follow all these pointers and take account of them and design your brand strategy accordingly, there's no way in hell, pardon me my language, there is no way in hell that you could fail as a business owner. Follow this advice, understand your consumer, reach out to them in the best manner possible, and design a product that they would want to buy instead of designing a product that you want to sell, and you will win the race of business. Trust me. I wish all the success to all the startups out there, and I'm sure these examples that I've just quoted were helpful for all of you to build your brand strategy. For any personal brand strategy requirement or any personal brand brainstorming session, you can always talk to me, or you can leave down your request in the comments. Do let me know if this was helpful for you, and if you liked it, if it was helpful, please give it a thumbs up so that people in your contact sphere can see this and benefit from it. Also, please, if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Trust me, with every video I would be adding one more tool, adding one more learning about branding, and I'm sure it will be helpful for you. Thank you so much. Happy branding to you guys. May you all be successful, and bye bye. See you next time in the next video.